Okay, guys, I thought it'd be a really fun idea to kind of go over like my first ever strategy that I actually remember using on gold when I started trading and, kind of learning myself. Because as you guys know, I was working with a company for way too long and learned absolutely nothing. And so when I hopped on YouTube for the first time, this is the first ever strategy that I was using. Not the best, I'm not gonna lie. It does work, but you'll see. It's kind of just all over the place. But I just thought I'd go over it. Just as like a fun little video of where I started and why I would never ever do this ever again. So let's get into it. All right. So essentially, what the strategy was. Sorry, this sounds like in my face, so I'm kind of just like crunching over. But you would go on a 1 minute time frame, essentially just kind of find your bias, which you can see here. There's big moves. This is honestly probably a news day. I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't even check, but um, this is what the strategy would have been. So what I learned was to look for big moves going up in the direction of exactly what you are doing. So obviously we're looking for buys here, and so what you want is big moves. So like this could have been one. There's big candles following each other. There's no, black candles within all the mix. And so essentially when you would see this big push, what you would do is mark out the candle right before the big push up, which is this black one right here. As you can see, this is our rectangle. And then realistically, this would be like profit areas, targets, whatever, you just mark it out however it is. And then all you're waiting for is for that zone to be tested again. That's literally all it was. For the most part, it was even like a continuation. So essentially, this entire area would have been the target for like hours, like it would stay in between this, but that's not what was on my screen, so we're not going to do it that way. But this is essentially all it was. I mean, I obviously would not have entered on this because I would have had to get in right here, but as you can see, it was tested again right here, so we would have entered at the top of this candle targeting this zone. um, I mean, this is something that you can realistically just do like repeatedly. It's quite frankly ridiculous. It doesn't really make any sense, but it kind of does. And realistically, that's just what it is over and over and over again. Um, yeah, it's kind of crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, who the fuck let me do this? You know what I mean? Same idea here. I mean, these are pretty valid pushes up here. So it would have been the exact same idea, kind of marking this candle out, having it be touched, and then get in for a trade right here, and then targeting this high or these highs right here. You could have done this, and that's all it was. This was the first ever strategy that I learned on gold, and I would just do this over and over and over again, and it was just honestly just not consistent, not the definitely not the best strategy. Wouldn't really recommend to anybody actually, but yeah, that was how it started for me, and it took me time obviously to get to know the market and realize that that didn't really make any sense, nor was it sustainable at all. But that's how it was, and that's just how it is when you start a trading journey. I mean, you're gonna run into a bunch of stuff, and you're gonna learn lessons. And I don't even know what this is right here, but it just is what it is. I mean, it's part of the game. That's all it was. And as you can see, like you can barely even do it on here. Like this is crazy. I don't know how I was finding all these entries. I mean, it was working out for me, but clearly, I took a different path. I took a different path, so it wasn't working that well. But yeah, like I can't even. I don't even know. Like it's just choppy, It's not. I mean, realistically, you could have done that right here, as you can see right here. Wait for this zone to be touched. Get in for a trade. Right here. or like below this wick, whatever, realistically, and then target this. So yeah, as you can see, there's not many opportunities for this, so I don't know what the hell I was doing, but this is how it started for me, man. That's just to show like you can come quite the way. Your first strategy is probably not going to be the one you use for your entire journey, for the sole fact that, when you go into the market looking for a strategy with little to no knowledge, you can't really tell what's good, sustainable, consistent, or whatever, or how to even look for that. But once you've been around, you kind of see a strategy, and right away you're like, yeah, there's no fucking way. So this is one of those. So if you're new and you're looking to trade gold, don't do it this way. That's the moral of my story. It's just ridiculous, like realistically. But yeah, that's literally it. I just want to make a short little video. I thought it'd be fun to kind of just go back on my journey and how far I've come and just kind of show you guys where everything started. And this is exactly how it started. So, yeah, I might do this for, I don't know, there's some strategies that I used to use that were very helpful and I would use again. So, I might make a few videos about that as well and those strategies. Because I really want to talk about more strategies on gold that aren't the 1 hour, because I know that that can be a lot for especially people who are new. It's pretty difficult to understand. Like even me being around for a few years, when I saw that, I was like, "Ooh, okay," So I think I'm definitely gonna do a little series about like all the gold strategies that I used and why I do recommend them or why I don't. So stay tuned for that. I don't know what video is coming next, but probably something related. So that's it, and I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, happy trading.